What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cmoney back with another video, and today we're talking about Monday Night Raw, the Raw after the Royal Rumble. And this was a pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw, guys. I'll admit this episode was pretty good, and we're gonna talk about it. If you didn't see my Royal Rumble reactions, make sure you go check that out. I'm back on campus now, my college campus, but when I made Royal Rumble reactions, I was I was in a cabin in the woods because we went on a little trip, some of my friends and I, but now I'm back on campus. But yes, you'll see that in my Royal Rumble reactions video, which, you know, a lot of people did not like this year's Royal Rumble. I'm just going to touch on this real quick before we get into Raw reactions. If you have seen my Royal Rumble reactions, if not, please go check it out. I enjoyed the Royal Rumble. Was it the best Royal Rumble? No. But, you know, a lot of people are hating on it. Now, I don't really love that it was in Saudi Arabia, but again, at this point, I've just given up. Like, WWE is going to keep going to Saudi Arabia. It's like, unless something really big happens and they can't go anymore, otherwise they're going to keep going. I'm sorry. Like, I've just accepted the fact. That's one thing. Second of all, I think the Women's Rumble was great. Like, some people are hating on the Women's Rumble. Yeah, all right, there was no AJ, no Bianca, whatever. But I feel like I don't get mad at that stuff because you never know what could have happened. Like, either they could have brought them back and they didn't, or maybe they just didn't want to. I try not to get mad at that stuff because you never know what's the other side of the story on why they weren't there. It could have been a bunch of different reasons. So I'm not mad at WWE for that. Could they have done it and they didn't? All right, yes, that's a possibility. But that's not the only possibility. So that's why I don't really get mad. Same reason why, all right, Chris Jericho didn't show up. Okay, there are plenty of reasons why he might not have been there. Like, so I don't know. I just don't like to get mad at WWE when they don't deliver a big return in the Rumble. Yes, the Royal Rumble is great when there are returns, and there were some returns, Brie Bella, LA Knight, but there wasn't like a big one like Chris Jericho or like Bianca Belair, AJ Lee. Yes, I get it, but I don't know. I just don't like to get mad at WWE for that because you never know the real reason why they weren't there. It could have been a bunch of different reasons. So that's another thing. I don't agree with, well, I understand it. I don't agree with the statement, Triple H can't book a Royal Rumble. More recently, all right, you may have a point, because the Royal hold on, let's get back on track. The Women's Rumble was great, in my opinion, great. Liv Morgan, great winner. AJ Styles retiring, yes, it sucks, but again, you know, if that's how he wanted to go out, then that's it. You know, that's that again. I love you, AJ, and if that's how he wanted to go out, then that's that, right? Sami Zayn not winning, again, that's a whole other thing. Like, why are we Drew McIntyre's now 0-12 against Sami Zayn, he's 12-0 against Sami Zayn. Yeah, like, again, I don't get where they're going with that, but again, that's a different story. Then the Men's Rumble. The Men's Rumble was not the greatest, I will say. Some of the booking decisions, like Finn Balor should have been there. I do agree with that. Brock Lesnar getting eliminated during Jey Uso's entrance. All right, that was bad. I get that. Okay, I do. I just don't. And then, of course, a lot of people are hating on Roman Reigns winning. I understand because, all right, he's a part-timer and the Royal Rumble's supposed to build up new guys. Yes. But I just think with the way, like, this story is going, to me, it wouldn't have made sense if Braun Breaker would have won. It would have made no sense if Braun Breaker won the Rumble because he's doing this whole thing with the new masked man and Seth Rollins returning. It would make no sense, in my opinion, to have Braun Breaker win. Like that. Anyone else, like, yeah, Obafemi, Javon Evans. But do they really want to have them win the Rumble like that? I don't really think so. So, like, I understand people's points. And everyone has their own opinion, obviously. But I think Roman winning was the right move, right? He's a part-timer, yes. I think that will change for the better going into this build-up for WrestleMania. And I'm not mad at him winning. I'm genuinely not mad. I freaking love Roman Reigns, and I'm not mad that he won, okay? And just back to what I was saying, Triple H can't book a Royal Rumble match. More recently, alright, maybe because a lot of people didn't like last year, people don't like this year, yes. Stop forgetting about 2023, 2022, 2024, 2023. Those were Cody won back-to-back. Those Rumbles were great. Stop forgetting about that. It's same thing where it's like, all right, Triple H booking sucks, right? More recently, yeah, you have a point. Stop forgetting 2023, peak. Stop forgetting 2024, peak. End of 2022. Those were good times in WWE, and that was under Triple H. Like, yes, more recently, it's been bad. It's been on the worser side. I will admit that. I just think we have to stop forgetting about 2023 and 2024 because those were times under Triple H, and they were good. So, I just don't agree with calling Triple H a bad booker overall. More recently, yes. But overall, is Triple H a bad booker? No. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. And again, that's just my opinion. You disagree, that's fine. That's just my opinion. And last thing I'm going to say, and again, I'm sorry, I'm going off about the Rumble a lot, but Triple H, I'm sorry, no, not Triple H. The Royal Rumble 2026 was not the worst Royal Rumble, okay? If you think so, okay, that's fine. I just do not agree with that at all. It was not the worst Royal Rumble. I mean, come on. We've had... How about when Roman Reigns first won the Rumble in Philly? He got booed out of the building. Yeah, and you want to call this the worst Rumble? No. How about when Batista won and he got booed out of the building? No, but this is the worst Rumble. Like, how about when Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey, 2022? No one liked that, right? I mean, I didn't hate it, but, like, no one liked those Rumbles, right? No, but 2026 is the worst Rumble. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with it. If you think that 2026 was the worst Rumble, fine. I just don't agree with it. I think there are much worse Royal Rumbles that have occurred in the past. And I just think people have to stop overreacting and immediately say, this is the worst Rumble of all time. Do some research, and I think you'll be proven otherwise. Again, that's just my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. That's just my opinion. I do not think it was the worst Rumble at all. I enjoyed it. Okay? Sue me. I enjoyed it. But enough about that. That's the Royal Rumble. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw, because Monday Night Raw was pretty freaking good. We had a great Women's World Championship match. We had Roman Reigns. He chose CM Punk to fight at WrestleMania. And we're going to get into that towards the end of the video. We will talk about that. But yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how Raw opens up. Braun Breaker comes out and just is furious after him being drew into number 2, and then the Masked Man attacked him, and then Obafemi eliminated Braun Breaker like that. And Braun Breaker was pissed, and he's like, Adam Pearce, get out here right now. And then the Vision come out here and try to calm him down. Paul Heyman's like, this is all Adam Pearce's fault. He had Breaker at number 2, and then he doesn't know who the Masked Man is, but, like, then how did he get into Saudi Arabia? Like, secretly get into Saudi Arabia? Like, he's like, this is all Adam Pearce's fault. And then Adam Pearce comes out with security, and he actually gave a pretty funny comment. He's like, be lucky that I'm going to let you keep your job after that piss poor performance at the Royal Rumble. Adam Pearce just making Braun Breaker furious. Because before this, Braun Breaker's like, Adam Pearce, you have 3 seconds to get out here. 1, 2, and then he finally comes out with security. And just, oh my gosh. And Braun Breaker's furious. He charges at him. They're able to charges at the security that are guarding Adam Pearce. And he runs, and they stop him. Or the Vision stops him, right? Then LA Knight's music hits. LA Knight attacks Logan Paul and Austin Theory, who are still in the ring, with a chair, and then runs off. And Breaker is again furious. Oh God. And then Paul Heyman's like, says to Adam Pearce, Braun Breaker, LA Knight tonight. He's like, nope, I can't do that. I escorted LA Knight out of the arena, and I like say to you that you should do the same thing with Braun Breaker. And then, oh God. This whole thing between them, bro, is very interesting. I'm honestly enjoying this whole Adam Pearce storyline with them. I'm enjoying it, but yeah, so Braun Breaker has to leave the building. He was pissed about it. Oh, God, it was bad. And then later on in the show, Bronson Reed went one-on-one with Penta. Penta won by a countout because it was a crazy match. The referee gets knocked out. Bronson Reed hits a tsunami on Penta, but there's no ref. There's no ref. He goes to grab a chair to just beat the crap out of Penta. LA Knight, who was supposed to be out of the building, comes out of nowhere, drops Bronson with a BFT on a chair on the outside of the ring, and then the referee comes back in the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bronson Reed gets counted out. Penta wins the match by countout. LA Knight is back, and he is screwing with the Vision, man. He is getting his vengeance on the Vision. Then we have El Grande Americano. I love, everyone's like, there was no big return at the Royal Rumble. We got El Grande Americano, okay? The original El Grande Americano, Chad Gable. In a match between Ludwig Kaiser, El Grande Americano, and Javon Evans, the original El Grande Americano, Chad Gable, comes out, causes a distraction, because Ludwig Kaiser, he was trying to use the steel plate in the mask, like always, but El Grande Americano, the original, causes a distraction. The referee sees the thing, and he takes it away. He's like, what the heck? Javon Evans capitalizes, hits the big OG cutter, 1, 2, 3, with the win. This El Grande Americano feud, I can already tell, is going to be the funniest thing ever. Like, it's going to be mask versus mask eventually. We know it. We know that's coming. They had a good troll. AJ Styles music hits, and Gunther comes out, and he does the whole thing. Yeah, Gunther does AJ Styles' entrance, trolls all of us, and then his music hits, all that. He gets in the ring saying like, oh, just like, this, just like Bill Goldberg, just like John Cena, AJ Styles learned that's what happens when you step in the ring with Gunther, the career killer. They've actually like pretty much named him now the career killer. Like that's his new thing now. And before he can get any further, Dragon Lee comes running out because, remember, he was tag team champions with AJ Styles. He comes out, starts beating the crap out of Gunther. He actually beats the crap out of him, knocks him out of the ring, does a big suicide dive, and so beats the crap out of him. Then he goes to run at him when Gunther's in like the timekeeper's area, but Gunther slams the ring bell right in the head of Dragon Lee. Then he locks him in the sleeper hold. Lets go of him. Then he gets him in the sleeper hold again, and like Dragon Lee's like hanging, like Gunther's in the ring, and Dragon Lee's like on the ring apron, and he has him, and he's like holding him like right by the ring apron. Right out of the ring, and just choking, and just assaulting Dragon Lee. So we could see that match happen, I guess, and then I don't know, is Rey Mysterio gonna follow suit, and is he gonna get involved with Gunther? Is Gunther gonna end Rey Mysterio's career? He better not. What about Randy Orton? Gunther eliminated Randy Orton from the Royal Rumble, so is Gunther gonna end Randy Orton's career too? Please no. Please no. Oba Femi comes out. The War Raiders are scheduled to have some kind of tag match. All of a sudden, Oba Femi's music hits. Oba Femi comes out, demolishes the War Raiders. It wasn't even a match. He just came out and beat the crap out of the War Raiders. Just left him. I love Oba Femi, man. I mean, he didn't have to bury the War Raiders. I mean, come on, but Oba Femi. The question is Oba Femi going to Raw or SmackDown? That's the big question now. Finn Balor had a little promo segment, like a little promo video talking about, what happened when he attacked CM Punk last week. He's like, it's disrespectful the fact that Adam Pearce said the Royal Rumble was full and that Finn Balor couldn't get into the Royal Rumble. I agree, that was kind of bullcrap. But so Finn Balor's right, gets shown no respect, and he's like, he wants that world title. And he's like, CM Punk, like, I'm not a bad guy. He said something like, I'm not a bad guy, but like, at this point, I can do very bad things. Like, it basically says that he's going to do bad things if it gets him to that world championship. So, cool, like, promo little video with Finn Balor there. Again, what's Finn Balor going to do? Like, because they're not going to give him the world title right now. No way. What they could do is possibly give him the Intercontinental title, because guess who's back? Dominic Mysterio. If you don't remember, Dom was injured like a few weeks ago at a AAA event, and like we hadn't really seen him since. We heard that he was injured, like according to the internet, he said he was injured, but we knew it really wasn't anything like bad, because they didn't strip him of the belt. If it was like really bad, they would have stripped him of the belt, of the IC belt. But because they didn't, I figured it was right. I figured he would return in the Rumble, but we got him here on Raw. So, okay. Dominic Mysterio comes out to introduce Liv Morgan, who won the Royal Rumble match. And Liv Morgan's like, who's Liv Morgan going to face, right? Because, again, Dominic and Liv dating, right? As part of the show, not real life. But so Dom just introduced Liv. Liv's like, well, who am I going to face? I don't know. I'm gonna go to SmackDown and see if I want to face Jade Cargill. I'm gonna look at my options there, and then I will come up with an answer eventually. But then she introduces Raquel Rodriguez, who's gonna have a matchup with Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship in a Philadelphia street fight, because they were in Philly. And then it was funny because Raquel comes out. Liv Morgan eliminated Raquel from the Royal Rumble. Raquel comes out. Liv Morgan introduces Raquel. Raquel comes out, and Raquel's like, "Why'd you eliminate me?" And Liv's like, "But you're not a selfish person. You had this opportunity, right? You already had an opportunity right here on Raw. You have this opportunity. Now I have an opportunity. We both have opportunities, right?" So again, Liv just trying to smooth things over. And Raquel's like, "Yeah, you're right, but let me do this alone. I want to win the championship alone." So she says to Liv, "Don't help me. I want to do this alone." So they have the Philadelphia street fight. Stephanie comes out with a new theme song, actually, which was pretty good. I mean, I really liked her old theme song, so at first I was kind of like, but this new theme song isn't bad, though. It's pretty good, so I'm chill with it. They have a pretty good Philadelphia street fight. Raquel puts Stephanie through a table. Stephanie put Raquel through a table at the end. It was kind of weird because well, hold on, let me fast forward. There were chairs and garbage cans, steps, all that. She did the devil's kiss. Stephanie to Raquel did the devil's kiss on steel steps and steel chairs. Liv Morgan got involved when she shouldn't. Like, she handed Raquel the belt, like, "Here, use the belt. And then Stephanie pushed Raquel into a chair, knocked out Liv Morgan. Roxanne Perez tried to help. She got shoved through a table, and then Raquel was going to go for a big power bomb off the top rope, and Stephanie reversed it into a Hurricane Rana, and Raquel went through the table. She didn't go fully through the table, because only her head, upper back area hit the table, so she didn't go through it, but still a pretty cool move. Then she hit her big twisty move, what's called the SVB, I think, or no, I think that's her other move. I forget. I'm sorry. Her big spinning move off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Stephanie Vaquer retains, and that honestly surprised me a little bit, because I kind of thought that Raquel would take it, because again, are they going to go with this whole Judgment Day thing at WrestleMania where they all fight for the belt? Now again, we still have time, we still have Elimination Chamber, and so something else could still happen, but I thought that there's a chance that Raquel could take it. But no, Stephanie retains, which I'm happy with, because I love Stephanie. And then Liv Morgan hits her with an Oblivion, knocks her out cold, or hits her with an Oblivion, takes her out, then holds up the championship and is like, basically she didn't choose Stephanie. She's just sending a message like, I could choose you. And then she just drops the belt on Stephanie and runs off. Now, I made the comment earlier, Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, right? Because they're teasing. Finn Balor has got to leave the Judgment Day eventually, right? He has to. And I think with the way they're going with this, he will. I think him and Dom are probably going to go at it. Finn Balor, I think, is going to take the IC title from Dom. Dom's had the IC title long enough. I think Finn Balor is going to be the one that takes it off him, because that could be a good feud between them two. The Bella Twins come out. The Bella Twins, because Brie Bella returned at the Rumble, and they announced that they're going after the tag titles. They are in the tag team division. So the Bella Twins are now after the women's tag team championships. What was funny about this too is that like Nikki was secretly like, you know, talking about her relationship because she's dating a player on the Eagles or something, and they were in Philly. So it was just funny. But yeah. Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Bella Twins are in the tag division now, and they're going after the tag belt. So are we going to see them and Rio face off at WrestleMania or Elimination Chamber, whenever? Possible. Very possible. And then let's talk about the big main event. Roman Reigns comes out, the winner of the Royal Rumble. And, you know, Roman Reigns back on top, right? He has to choose. Who is he facing at WrestleMania? This was a pretty funny segment because Roman was talking. He made a joke saying how, you know, a lot's happened in Philly. Like, this is when I won my first championship on my daughter's birthday. I lost the title to Cody Rhodes, or I lost the championship here in Philadelphia. I won my first Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. And what was funny about that comment is, like, the fans cheered after he said that, and Roman said something along the lines of, like, it didn't sound like that. Because when he won the Royal Rumble in Philly, they booed the crap out of him. So he was just making a joke out of that. And then he's like, all right, but like now I got to make a decision here, right? And in Philadelphia, I need your help. Who do you want me to face? Like, do I face Drew McIntyre? And they immediately just start saying, CM Punk, CM Punk. They immediately start chanting CM Punk. And Roman's like, you want me to face CM Punk? Then Punk's music hits. He comes out. They're face to face. Punk, with a kind of disrespect, he looks at Roman, immediately turns to the camera, and starts talking about Finn Balor. He quickly just says, like, Finn Balor, like, you know, I'm going to get my payback and revenge on you. And then he turns back to Roman, and Roman's like, it's funny because, you know Roman's face? Or like Roman's face in the background, like, he's like, you interrupt me? And you're going to talk about Finn Balor on the camera? Who do you think you are? Right? And then, they had a pretty good heated exchange right there. Like, CM Punk, you know, commented on what Roman Reigns said on the Pat McAfee show, and, you know, all that. He called Roman Reigns a visitor. Like, this is my show. You're a visitor on my show, right? And he was saying how Drew McIntyre was the easy choice because, like, Roman was like, yeah, I've beaten Drew many times. And CM Punk said, yeah, because of the help of your cousins and because of the help of Paul Heyman, all that, right? You never beat Drew on your own, right? All that. And then Punk, and then, you know, Punk was saying how obviously he beat Drew. He put Drew in the dirt. Roman commented on, like, he was making fun of, like, the bracelet that the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk's feud was at. Because Roman's like, all right, you're making Drew McIntyre sound like he's this weak guy. I don't like the guy, but he's 4 times bigger than you. Like, you're right. So it was just a really cool exchange of words. And what else? Like, Punk said, like, you have 2 options. The guy you think you can beat, or the guy you know that on your best day you can't beat, like, the best in the world. Or, again, I'm sorry if I messed up the lines. I don't know. I just watched it, but at the same time, I forget things word for word. So, again, don't hate me if I get a little word wrong. But, and, oh, God. And then CM Punk saying how, you know, he brought Roman Reigns into the company, and he's saying how Roman Reigns, because with the Shield, he said how Roman Reigns was following in Punk's footsteps, because Punk held the championship for 434 days with Paul Heyman in his corner. Roman Reigns did the same thing. And he goes, yeah, because he had a long title reign with Paul Heyman. And Roman's like, Punk's like, just because you did it longer doesn't mean you did it better. And again, they're just throwing jabs at each other. Roman's like, let's get this straight. You're only here because of me. Because then he comments on back when Punk returned. He's like, when they were debating whether or not to bring you back, who do you think they came to? Who do you think they came to? So Roman's basically like, I let you come back onto my show. Because he's like, you went on your friend's podcast and, you know, you trashed this place. You made my job harder because you made me work harder. And Roman's like, I learned everything from you. I'm following your footsteps. The only thing I learned from you is what not to do. So again, they're just heated. And then Roman's like, at the end, Roman's like, yeah, I could choose you. Oh wait, actually, it was one other thing, because he's like, you took my wise man, you manipulated my cousin, and you almost manipulated me. Because like, he shook his hand at War Games, right? Like when at War Games he helped CM Punk up and he like shook his hand and he made a comment like shook his hand. I didn't say no dumb zebro or because zebros Roman Reigns, CM Punk, or some dumb shit like that. So he's just like, no, I shook your hand like a man. And then, but you still trashed me, talked about me behind my back, and all that. So, again, it was just funny because that just came out of nowhere. I shook your hand. I did zebros or some dumb like that. No, I shook your hand like a man. I said, it was just funny. Then Roman ends with this. He's like, I could face you. Like, I could choose you because you're the best right now. Because you're on the best show, Netflix, all that. No, I could, but no. I'm choosing you because I hate you. And he's like, WrestleMania is going to feel so good because I will make you acknowledge me. And then he drops the mic and Roman walks off. There it is. It's official. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. I knew that was coming. I think we all knew it was coming, but what a segment. Again, I'm sorry if I got some stuff wrong. I was kind of jumping all over the place with that segment, but it was really good, and they really just went at it with each other. And, oh, God, what... Roman Reigns chooses CM Punk to face at WrestleMania. I cannot wait for that. Guys, I thank you guys for watching my Raw reactions, also my Royal Rumble kind of fallout rant a little bit. But I thank you guys for watching. Again, I love all you guys. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more. Stay tuned for more WWE stuff coming soon, and Cmoney is out.